I hope you're doing well. My name is Maisie, and in today's video I'm going to do another video about Camp America, and we're going to dive into the application process, the interviews, the recruitment fairs, everything that you need to know in order to get hired. So as you'll know if you saw my previous Camp America video where I talked about what camp is really like, you'll know that I did Camp America in 2018, hence the t-shirt. It actually says summer 2018. It went well for me. I managed to get hired pretty quick, so I thought I would share my tips and tricks with you of how I did that. Grab your notebook, grab your pen. This is going to be some in-depth tips for you, and I really do hope that it helps. Okay, so we're going to start off with the application process. I'm doing this in September because if you see this now and you're thinking about doing it in 2021 or the year after, whenever you see it, apply as early as you can. You've got a better chance of getting hired at a camp because your application is out there for longer, and you've also got more time to kind of assess and weigh up your options if you get multiple offers from different camps as well. So it's always a plus point, but please don't worry if you're watching this later on, even on the year that you're planning to go. Don't worry, because there is still chances for you to apply later on, but if possible, apply early. And one huge tip that I would say to you is make sure in your application and in your interview, which I'll get onto later, that you show that you're passionate about looking after kids and being with kids, because at the end of the day, that is what camp is all about. If you just want to go to do Camp America, to travel America, then you've chosen the wrong thing, to be honest. Yes, you'll be able to do that afterwards. I will do a video on traveling after camp, and obviously that is amazing, and you know, it should be a reason why you want to do it, but it shouldn't be the full reason, because you might as well just go backpacking. But also, you know, don't worry about things like showing off that you've got good grades or anything like that, because Camp America is not about being academic. If you've got good grades and it matches what you want to maybe do at camp. For example, I wanted to do something either in drama or media at camp, like the web team or something like that. So I did, you know, say that I was also studying drama and media at college at the time. Don't worry if you've not done well or you're just not an academic person. It won't restrict your chances of getting hired at all. All they want is just to see that someone is passionate about wanting to go to camp and putting in what they want to get out of it. And so hopefully that will be a lot. Also, a part of the application online, I would definitely recommend doing a video. Now that might scare some of you and you might be like, oh my god, I don't want to do a video, but really I would say do it, because it makes you stand out from the crowd. Like if you don't do a video, then you'll just be another application, it's just words on screen, whereas if you do a video, then the camps have got something to look at and they can kind of get to know you a little bit better. Hi, my name is Maisie and this is my Camp America application video for summer 2018. But even if it's just, you know, 20 seconds just saying, hi, I want to do camp because of this reason, or I'm really passionate about this, then it's definitely better than nothing. So I would definitely recommend doing a video. And to kind of help you answer some of the questions on the application, I'm going to kind of answer that in the interview part, because it'll be kind of the same thing. In the interview you'll be saying it out loud to a person, but it's the exact same principle of what you kind of need to put across. So let's move on to section number 2 about the interviews and how to succeed in the interview. Once you've done your online application, I had a few people come up in my local area that I could go and get interviewed by. If possible, you know, kind of have a look into what details they give out on that person and kind of select someone that you think that you'll be able to connect with, whether that's, you know, something that they maybe did at camp, or they did something that you want to learn more about, or maybe it's just kind of their friendly face and you think, yeah, okay. But I mean, who knows? You know, most of the people that you're going to meet are going to be friendly. So that leads me on to the way you should be at the interview. Just be friendly. It's so much more informal than it is for a job interview. So just relax, you know, breathe, speak clearly, all those nice things. Don't be hungover and don't dress inappropriately, but you also don't need to dress in a suit, you know, just dress smart casual. That is absolutely fine. The main thing is just emphasizing your strengths. You really just want to come across as the best person to hire. Yeah, you need to show them why they want you, not just why you want them. I hope that makes sense. For example, I'm going to give you a few questions, a few that I was actually asked, and then just a few common questions that are normally asked in the interviews, and kind of help you break down how to answer it. And then you can kind of apply that to the online application if you've not started as well. Why do you want to work at camp and be a camp counsellor? Well, like you're doing now, you know, research into kind of what camps are like, just so you've got an idea of what to expect, so that in your interview you can show off how passionate you are about wanting to be at camp and do those specific things. It could be even something small like, I want to, you know, be outdoors for the whole summer, or, you know, a really good one is actually like, you want to escape the normal world. Being in a world that we are in now, everyone is consumed by being behind their phones. Camp is the complete opposite of that, and it's taking it back to the traditional roots of like building friendships and having amazing adventures. What qualities do you have that would want us to hire you as a camp counsellor? Abilities to work well in a team, you've got good patience with the kids, you're funny, you're independent. Independent is really good, because at the end of the day, you can't apply for Camp America with a friend. It has to be on your own, because at the end of the day, it's unlikely you'll end up getting recruited at the same camp. And also they want you to be independent. They want you to get there and not know anyone, so that you can all start afresh together. Even just Google like good qualities show off in a job interview. Think about all the ones that you are, and then think of examples of why you are that. You could have something like, give an example of a scenario when you had to deal with a stressful situation. You know, give the example, but you need to make sure that, you know, you show off that you dealt with it well. Have you got any experience working with children? Again, you know, it doesn't have to be major. I didn't have loads. I mostly just looked after family relatives. I've done a little bit of volunteering, and you definitely need to kind of be able to say something, like, even if you've not got much experience working with children, just kind of pinpoint down the experience that you have had being with children, or at least highlight the fact that you know how to deal with children. You don't want to discipline them because you want them to have the best time of their life at camp, but also, you know, just being able to kind of ease the situation if it's getting a little bit too out of hand. For the end of the interview, I'd always recommend having a few questions ready for the interviewer. So as I said before, you've kind of chosen your interviewer, so surely there is something about them that you would like to know. I, you know, asked my interviewer like what she did at camp. I asked her what types of camps she went to, because she told me that she went to camp a couple of times. And then the final section for this video is about the recruitment fair. Definitely go to a recruitment fair if you can. Have a look, keep it on alert of when they're about, when they're near you, and if possible, if they're not near you, travel to one, because it will better your chances of getting recruited. Because I had literally done all the things that I'd mentioned before. I'd done the online application, I'd done the video, and I'd done the interview, passed the interview. But if you bear it in mind, the camps haven't really started looking on the online applications because they're busy going to the recruitment fairs, and the spaces are getting filled up, because at the end of the day, there's not multiple tennis roles or drama roles or lifeguard roles available. There's only a few. So you need to kind of jump on board and get in front of the line to show off that you want that role and grab it before anybody else does. Before you go to the recruitment fair is research all the camps that are going to be there and pick out maybe your top 5. When you get there, there'll be loads of different people. You'll probably do like an introduction thing first before you go into the camps, and they'll give you some tips and stuff as well. And what they said to me, which really resonated in my mind when I was in there, is do not go on your phone. and talk to the people around you, because these people that are about to hire you are looking around the room. Probably not really going to be allowed your phone at camp, or it's going to be a bit restricted. So that is just the worst impression to have of you if you're just on your phone not socializing, because it's the complete opposite of what camp is about. This is something that I did not know, and I had done all my preparation. I'd wrote down my list. These are the camps that I want to go to. These are the roles that they have on offer at the camps. I got there and I was like, saw the first number one on my list, approached it, hadn't really read the signs at the side that were saying what roles they were looking for. And I was like, hi, I'm Maisie. Always shake their hand if you're allowed to shake their hand in 2021, hopefully, but if not, just be engaging. Blah, blah, blah. I'm, you know, really interested in joining your camp. It looks amazing. I'm really interested in drama roles and all this, which went well. And he was like, oh, Maisie, you sound really great, but we're not actually recruiting anyone for drama because that role's already full. And I was like, oh. This is what's a little bit confusing, because on the website it will display all the camps, what roles they have at camp. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are available for you to have. Definitely read the boards of what they are looking for, because then that kind of threw me off, to be honest. And I was looking around, I was like, none of these camps have any roles available for drama. Me giving you this heads up will hopefully kind of make you prepared more than I was. And I thought, okay, next after drama, I'm interested in media. Looked around and saw one of the camps on my list, I think it was like third one down. They were looking for videography and web team or something like that. So I just completely off my feet started talking about how I do, you know, a bit of video editing, and like I've done a lot of media work experience at the time, because at the end of the day they're just looking to tick off the list and get someone hired that looks good. And I clearly ticked the list, and she was like, yeah, I mean, if you're happy, I'm happy, and here you go. And I got hired for that camp, and I was absolutely so excited, because it is pretty brutal. Like, you do get turned away a few times before you maybe get a yes, and a lot of people didn't get a yes, but that's why you've got your application and your interview to fall back on. Don't let it upset you if you don't get hired that day, because from the looks of it, not everybody did get hired. Just be prepared to think on your feet. Don't lie, obviously, but you know, if something matches and it's a camp that you want to go to, then go for it. I hope that that has helped a little bit of how to get hired, and so some tips and tricks. I would say overall, just be optimistic, don't give up, and just show how passionate you are about going to camp. If you enjoyed this video or it helped in any way, then please give me a thumbs up, because it lets me know that it did help you, or you just enjoyed it in general. And if you enjoy my content, then of course subscribe, because there's plenty more videos to come. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.